What's up, guys? I am Jeremy Martini,
And I'm Ben Clayton.
And I'm Julie Cardona.
and welcome to this episode of Martini Time. Unfortunately, I am on Lent, so I cannot drink alcohol right now. So we're drinking these basically expensive 7-Ups.
Very expensive.
But next time we will get back to it because I miss having some dirty martinis. Ben likes dirty martinis.
I do.
Dirty.
If they involve bourbon, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, not a big vodka or gin guy.
okay.
Yeah.
Wow, way to be a party pooper. Well, cheers, guys. Let's see how they taste.
Cheers.
I can't reach
I
all
don't
the way
know.
to
Where
Ben.
am I going? I'm
We'll
going to go this way, and then I'm
One,
going to go this way.
2.
Awesome. Cheers.
I was thinking about renaming it In Between Two Glasses, but then, like Ben said, it's kind of like In Between Two Ferns. Have you ever seen that show?
I
could-
have not.
We can compete with it.
But I will say we started watching White Lotus because of you.
It's pretty good, right?
It's
Yeah.
crazy good.
It's really good.
Crazy
Yeah.
good. Yes.
Yeah.
It sure is.
Yeah.
We totally binge watched the whole first season.
Oh, dude, that one is
Mhm.
like really. Can
Yeah.
we like put a clip on there so that maybe we can get sponsored by them? Get some money.
Yes.
Oh man. Well, I guess let's just go into it. Tell me about yourself and why you got into the whole title world.
Awesome. So I am a sales executive with a Fortune 300 title and escrow company. And my job is basically to bring in real estate and refinance transactions to my company.
Okay.
So I foster relationships with real estate agents
Yep.
and lenders.
We're the best ones, by the way.
Yes,
She
absolutely.
does not work with anybody else.
I am their sales executive only.
Our
Yes.
business keeps her afloat. It's fine.
That's right.
Wow,
Absolutely.
geez, very cocky over there.
But I used to sell real estate myself.
Yep, I remember you telling me
So
that.
I sold for about 6.5 years, and it was my sales executive that recruited me from selling real estate over to selling title and escrow.
That's awesome.
That was in September of 2012. I made the leap, and I've never looked back.
I think that's awesome though that you were in real estate first because I feel like not a lot of people do that. So you understand how it's like being on this side and the other side, which is really cool. And that's why I like working with you.
I love it. I mean, to me, that's why I decided to jump over to the title and escrow side, was really just getting that whole rounded experience of the transaction. There's so much of it and so many pieces and parts to it that when I was asked, have you ever thought about selling title and escrow? I was literally like, hell no. I don't even know what it is. I don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
So to learn all of that and really understand, I've never been a lender, so I do not understand
Yeah.
the lending side,
Yeah.
but to really be a part of it truly was intriguing, and I've never looked back. So
Cool. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
It's nice. 'cause I
I
feel like,
can't say I could do your job.
Yeah.
It's hard.
well,
It's-
you have.
Yeah, you
already,
have.
So
But
you
yeah.
can say that.
but it's evolved so much that it is totally different today.
And,
So
well, I
We
feel
have
like
Sky Slope now.
I feel like we have
Sky
issues
slope.
that come up like every day that, are different than the previous day. And
Yeah.
so to have somebody that actually understands kind of what we're going through, and it's not just always a straight line. So to have somebody who's also done it before is extremely helpful as someone who just thinks that our job is easy and we just go show houses.
Well, and
things
understand the
like that.
stress too, of like on the other side, the sellers and the buyers who are
yes,
having to experience, that experience, because I think, people who have worked in the past, they don't understand that,
They
and
don't.
and they say certain things, or they look at it as a transaction
yes,
rather than just a person. And that's how we like to do our business, looking at people, not a transaction. I feel like that's what I like about working with you, is you're the same way and your team's the same way. So that's what's been great.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you. I mean, that's how I like to work. Is it's not just a sale. It's
Yeah.
the people behind the sale, and everybody has a story, and everyone's situation is different. And so if we can all come together and work through whatever those details and issues are, gets you repeat business, you want to come back. It's just harmonious.
It's like when you have a contractor coming in your house. It's not they're not doing the roofing, the siding, the electrical, the plumbing, the painting, all that. They have all their people they're bringing in there. But if one person makes a mistake, it goes back to the contractor.
Hmm.
And I think a lot of people forget that, like us as realtors, is that we have a team behind us. But if one person makes a mistake, that's on us. They don't yell at these people; they're yelling at us.
Yes.
And that's been my biggest component, is trying to have a good
Hmm.
team behind us. And uh, that's again why I like working with you guys, because you take care of the client, you understand their needs, you are there for them emotionally, and also with all the little details, because you guys do have a big team, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's not just
Yeah.
one person running the whole show.
Yeah.
So, I mean, tell me like how the team structure works, just so people can understand what they're seeing.
So we have two sides here. So essentially, we have the title insurance piece. So we have our the title side, which works on providing title insurance for protecting the homeownership rights of the buyer, right? And then the
Yep.
lender. So we have our whole title unit that works through what's the history of the property and how do we clear all of that to ensure that that title transfers free and clear
Yep.
to that buyer when we close. And then the second component to that is we have an escrow team that works their main the short elementary answer is that they interpret the contract and make sure that all of the details are executed of the contract, and that the money's transferred, paid off. So if there are any loans
Yep.
that the seller has, those are paid off. And then that the title is also clear. So what a lot of people don't realize is that escrow works very closely with title to make sure that that title is clear. They're gathering the documentation, working with your buyers and sellers, ensuring that we have everything that we need
Yep.
to then gather all the money. We're working with the lender, gathering all the money, paying off taxes, loans, all of those things, ensuring title is completely clear when it transfers to the buyer. So they work together.
Yeah.
And then, we work with you
Yep.
to contact, and get in touch with your buyer and seller. So we have those kind of two pieces that really have to work harmoniously together.
Well, yeah, I mean, I feel like that's what's nice. Like, yeah, they are all contacting each other, making sure everything is working smooth.
Yes.
I mean, I think an example of that is, let's say you're buying an old home, right? It's from 1930. It's been in the family, and for some reason or another, what?
No, keep going.
The screen tap?
No.
No. Oh,
Huh?
okay.
Someone put a lien on their house,
Yeah.
right? And now these buyers are buying it. Their agent didn't check the box that said that it needs to be with the sellers paying it off. Maybe a title company didn't realize that. Well, now that loan or that lien is with the house, so now you as the new buyer acquired that lien, right?
Yes.
Is that kind of what you
Yes.
guys are trying to clear?
Absolutely. So I just was reviewing a title report earlier for one of my clients, and on the clients purchased in 2013, and on there still remains a deed of trust from 2005 from the prior owner.
Oh wow.
So when it was paid off, the trustee never recorded the reconveyance deed, which is the instruction of the lender. It gives to the trustee to record that reconveyance, that it was paid in full.
We were just talking about that in our meeting.
Yeah.
Last
Yeah.
week's meeting, yeah.
And then the other thing, follow up to that, that's also on this title report, is a lien from the homeowners association from the prior owner in
Oh, wow.
2012. So these people purchased in 2013.
Yeah.
So in reviewing this title report, it's no big deal. These are all things that we can work through. We just need the time to
Yep.
be able to gather information, find out who, what, where, when, and why, contact the old lender as well as the homeowners association, and just really alert escrow and get in contact with those sellers and gather information. So
Okay.
absolutely, that's exactly why, because when you're going through these processes, ultimately having that title as clear and clean as possible is what the buyer wants.
Yeah, they don't want to pay for things they
No,
didn't acquire.
no,
Yeah.
nobody does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another pretty common one I would feel like is when there's maybe a death in the family or a homeowner
Yes.
dies or something like that.
Yes.
So what is, and I'm learning very much about this now, but what exactly is the kind of, whether it's lack of probate or, if there's some title issues from a death that's happening, like how I guess not difficult, but what's that process like when someone maybe passes away and they own a house or a piece of land or something like that? What are you guys doing
He's
on
just
the
trying to get
title?
information for
What do
himself
you
right now.
guys?
We've actually just gone through this, haven't we, Ben?
Yes. But what's the process like when someone unfortunately passes away and you're trying to figure out exactly where the deeds are or just, yeah.
So ultimately, we need to know if they're going to go through probate.
Okay.
So if they're going through probate, then we just follow what the court orders. So the court will appoint a personal representative and give them the powers to sell, and we move forward as the court instructs us.
Okay.
If they decide not to go through probate, we want to see a will if there was one. We're going to need a copy of that death certificate. And then we're going to require that a lack of probate affidavit be filled out. And that's going to tell us who all of the appropriate heirs are. Because if they do not go through probate, we have to ensure that all of the heirs are accounted for and that all of the heirs are available and in agreement to sell the house accordingly. And so once we have all of that and everybody's in agreement, we can move forward with selling and clearing title, which
Yeah.
is
I just watched this movie like where they're like got excited, they're buying a house, and right for a closing, these like family members come in. They go, "Hey, actually, we're the owners of this home
yes,
because we're the heirs of it."
yes.
So that's basically what you're doing. It's making sure everything is clear. You're saying we want to make sure that we look through it with a fine tooth comb, so it is your home.
It's a real thing.
And I didn't mean to rhyme that.
No, but it's a real thing. Heirs have rights to properties,
Mhm.
and if we don't know who they all are, and one comes back knocking at the door,
Yeah.
your title insurance will cover that. That
Okay.
is why you get title insurance.
And one thing that we've definitely learned in the past like month is to keep your family documents. Don't keep
Yes.
them in the garage in a box on the bottom level where you have to get everything out,
Yeah.
because you might need them someday. So I think
Yes.
staying organized with, and it can be a little bit tough because when someone dies, obviously it's, very unfortunate. But I think trying to keep everything organized, especially if they own property, can become a huge help.
Well, on that note, cheers.